It's 11:59 at Radio Free America, and this is Uncle Sam with music and the truth until dawn. Right now, I got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Gun Show. We run the show for about 90 minutes every weekday. Come to you live on YouTube and simulcast over on gunchannels.com. We do watch the comments from everyone watching live. One of the reasons that the show was started was for its interactivity with the live audience. We appreciate everybody watching us live and everybody that's going to watch later. We also appreciate the feedback. So if you got something on your mind or comment on the show, make sure that you let us know. You can contact over at dailygunshow@gmail.com. We also appreciate everyone that subs to all the channel and supports all the chat hosts and content creators. They put on a lot of effort, so make sure you check them out and check out gunchannels.com. It is Wednesday, September 6th, and we have hosts with us today. G-Web's coming in from an undisclosed location.
Outside of Austin, Texas.
Nice. And I am Jimmy coming in from Arizona. We usually like to start the show with things that happen overnight and stuff like that. So, G, you got anything?
I got a plane going by right now. Is that real bad background?
No, it's not. It's not horrible. You can hear it a little bit, but it's not bad.
Okay. So, yesterday I drove up from San Antonio to Austin. I'm up here at Dr. No's place, one of the members over on Gun Channels. And, we checked out, I think, what we talked about it on. Did we talk about on this show yesterday? I don't think so. I'm trying to remember where we talked about. I think in just the chat, one of the lobby chats last night. We visited 6 gun shops and 3 ranges in San Antonio. Edge took the day and drove me around to show me some of the better ones. Pretty cool. Pretty neat town, and got 3 or 4 videos and then a whole bunch of pictures and stuff, and arranged for some interviews as well. So doing pretty good.
Awesome. So I'm going to take that as the tour is off to a very good start.
Good and interesting, because I am in Texas and it's just interesting wilderness.
We lost you there for a second, G-Web.
I was saying it's also an interesting tour because of the availability of gas or the lack thereof. So it's been kind of interesting from like the prepper or like, being aware of this kind of situation. You just think you're going to get in a vehicle and drive off. There's a lot of other people out there thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it stinks when other people have the same bright idea that you have. And
well, that's the thing. I think we all think about what we're going to do, but we don't think, I don't see too many people addressing what everybody else is going to do. So that's something maybe we can talk about in future, either on this show or other shows. But that's part of the idea of this show, is to give people ideas for their shows. So maybe talk about, what the situation here and what's going to happen in Florida, more than likely. And then, how you can learn from that for your future, whatever you want to call it, preps or preparation.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you could always find some, I guess not a positive in tragedy, but at least a lesson to be learned from it. So, yeah, it's always something good to think about. So I guess with that, we could just start the show. Unless you got anything else you want to add in.
I can't think of anything. Got a bunch of bulls jumping into water. Can you hear any of that? Just came from underwater. So today's Wednesday, so it's our entertainment day. This is where we talk about entertainment. We do our tactical, what are we calling it? The hashtag Daily Gun Show Showdown, as well as the, what can I think? I can't think of it. Why can't I think of it? What's the middle one? Or maybe we fight.
Good idea, bad idea?
There we go. Thanks. So anyway, so we got all that. Of course, our gun shop for the day, our gun of the day, and everything else. So let's get into what's
our dog of the day.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do for entertainment, I guess, right? We're gonna do. I would say books, many books. Are there even any movies with pit bulls in them?
John Wick.
Yeah, John Wick, yeah.
John Wick 2.
He gets a pit bull in the second one too?
It's
Oh, no,
it's
that-
the one he gets at the end of the first one.
So No is what do you call yourself? A rescue person? Like he's got 6 pit bulls, he works with rescues. So that's why we picked pit bulls today. And this guy, my favorite one. He's also my favorite. There's a gray one out here somewhere swimming. I don't know how well I'm walking or when I got the camera on.
That's not too bad. You broke up a little bit, but we got to see the dogs in the pool.
Right on. So this is what I really wanted to try since I got in a cool underwater camera. If I can talk it into. Oh, here's a dog in the water. So I'm going to walk over here. And then
Yeah, whatever you did, you're gone. Oh, no, there you are.
Try to get a dog to jump in the water here.
We're like, nope.
Oh, he's listening to No, of course. So here's the dog. Oh, he's going to jump out.
They never listen when the camera's on, of course.
There we go. Now you're not going to hear me when I do this.
Apparently not going to see you either. Oh, there you are.
Did that work?
Yeah, you're a little muffled now, but it worked.
Cool.
So what do you got? One of them waterproof phones?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off the camera so you can hear me again. Yeah, this is a Samsung Galaxy, I forget what they call them, like rugged or something. So it can go, I don't know, 6 or 8 feet underwater, no problem. You just close the little battery charger hatch and you can get them underwater like that. Hopefully it looks pretty cool. I'll try to film some video of them after the show. If I can talk them into jumping in the water again.
Yeah, it would probably look better as a vid. The live stream, probably not as well, but yeah, it'd probably work good as a video.
I wonder if I lose, I can go underwater. I might. Anyways.
Little Rascals, Petey, the original.
Oh yeah.
Little Rascals, Petey with Pitbull. Homeward Bound, the Disney movie, with the voice of Michael J. Fox with Pitbull.
And that's the main character, Doug. The Sandlot, that was a big old dog, that wasn't it?
No, that wasn't it.
Are we getting anybody in the comments throwing stuff out there?
I'm looking nothing in gun channels, and we got a bunch of people saying what's up on YouTube. Got Ghost out there, Sean Callanan, Pink.
All right.
But what was that? Flashdance? Didn't they have a pit bull in it?
Flashdance?
Yeah.
It's been a long time. I remember there's a girl in it.
Yeah, I remember a chick in a shower or something. That's about it.
So maybe pit bulls are underrepresented in video, in movie.
Oh, definitely, dude. Yeah, I mean, out here, I don't know, man. Like some of the Maricopa County, the rescues that are out here, they seem like they're quicker to just get rid of the dogs than they are to actually like euthanize them than they are to get rid of them. And it's cool to see that there's people out there that are doing some kind of rescue stuff, you know, rescue efforts. Because they're good dogs. I think it's just you know, the owners that give them a bad rep.
Yeah, this guy's a son of a bitch.
Well, never mind.
Bad rap. It's the owners, it's not the dogs. This little tiny area for them to play in. Barely feeds them. They're all starving.
I only let them out because you were here. Actually, normally I keep them in the closet under the stairs.
Just for an emergency.
Yeah.
But you got a pit, right, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Just keep seeing his picture or her picture on the whatever you're doing for early watch. You have like the banner at the top of the pages and stuff is usually her, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I changed it to be a little bit more gun related, but yeah, she's a big part. Her and guns are a big part of my life.
Yeah, I don't know too many gun people that aren't dog people. I mean, that are anti-dog people at all. Maybe that aren't into dogs, but gun people, I think, go hand in hand.
Yeah. The only ones that I come across that aren't are kind of like the weird liberal ones who are just kind of getting into guns, and you know, they got that whole thing of being afraid of everything.
I think, yeah, when you get into firearms, at least for self-protection and stuff, right, or self-defense, dogs go hand in hand with that. They're alerts, they're comfort, they're warnings. I mean, they can literally protect you. They can protect your kids.
Absolutely. You see out of the middle of nowhere. You came up to the gate. You know what it's like.
Yeah, it's crazy. I go up to the gate, stick my hand in. Two of them were kind of downright mean. Like, they weren't about to let me stick my hand in the gate. And as soon as I come in the door, they're my best friends. Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. So they're.
And two of them never leave. It's something was here. Two of them never leave their mommy. And the other four, Tyler's always with me, and then the other three will go do. They did it again.
And that's something that a kid can control a dog. You know, they're part of the family. The dog considers them part of the pack, and the kid doesn't have to be aware. The dog can be aware for them when they're young.
I mean, they're obedience trained, but still, there's 6 of them. They're a pack. They have their own code and their own sense of rules, and they're not formally trained to be guard dogs or anything like that. But they don't need to be. They're obedience trained. They listen. You see how they are. And so they just work things out amongst themselves, and I let them go with that.
Yeah.
You know, two of them, like you say, Honey and Little Guy, are right there at the gate, and they're going to determine what everybody else is going to do, and they work that out on their own. And I mean, even if you're shooting, if it's for the home defense aspect of it, if for the companionship aspect of it, you know. Generally speaking, if you're into guns, you spend a lot of time outside, and they love being outside. And the whole thing with the dog is just going someplace that's a new smell and new sounds and stuff like that. So you know, some of them are afraid of the loud noise at first. You have to get them acclimated to shooting. But you know, certain breeds just really take to it, and they're into anything outdoors.
When you talk about it that way too, it's kind of comforting having a dog with you when you're shooting, especially out in the middle of nowhere, just on private land or public land or something, where if you're going to be downrange, you got your dog back your vehicle. Nobody's going to mess with your vehicle when there's a dog barking at them, just running around. How's that wind? Is that affecting the audio at all?
No, it's not bad. I mean, you can hear it, but it's not affecting the audio. I can hear you loud and clear.
Right on. Can you hear no okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just going to add in, too, that I've actually taken my dog up with me to the mountains before to go shooting. And kind of, she had to get used to it a little bit, but now she doesn't even mind the noises or anything like that. She's used to guns and stuff.
I think we talk about that since we're talking about guns, really. I don't think it's good to just like hold the dog down and shoot a gun or nothing. But if you go out there doing your thing and you shoot a gun, like, you know, while they're there, they'll get startled the first couple of times, and then they'll figure out that you don't care, and then they don't care.
You do it just the way you do it with people. You start out with just the instrument, so they get used to seeing you with a gun, a 22. You don't just, you know, pin them like pizza. You don't just pin them down and put a 44 Magnum next to the ear and pull the trigger.
Then they're gonna hate guns.
Work them into familiarity, just like you would work a person that you're trying to acclimate to it.
And I'm sure we've all seen dogs where somebody did it wrong, and as soon as they see a gun, they're pissed. They get mad.
Well, She was shot 4 times. She absolutely positively knows what a gun is when she sees me with one. That's imprinted in her.
Yeah.
And she doesn't freak out or anything like that, and she's not afraid of it, but she most definitely knows exactly what it is, and her behavior changes.
Yeah. I think most dogs know as soon as you put a gun in, they know what it is,
Yeah.
especially if they've heard one before. They'll act a little bit different when they see guns out. So since we're talking dogs, we just had the hurricane in Houston. A lot of dogs ran away from their homes. Assholes left their dogs, and then just the stray dogs had to go somewhere. So what we're encountering as people that are aware of the fosters and rescues is Houston already had shelters for dogs that were either abandoned or whatever, and so they were probably full. Now with this massive wave of new dogs, a lot of the shelters are trying to get their existing animals out of state so that the dogs that are newly displaced and newly coming in can stay here in Houston, so to better odds of getting them mixed, hooked back up with their families. So if you're out there in a state that isn't, or you're out there somewhere else besides Houston, or I guess Florida in a minute here, and you want to do something, consider money to the different dog things, whatever breed you might be into, or just the Humane Society, to because money's going to go and they can throw the resources where they need it with that.
We have shelters and rescues from Ohio, from Louisiana, from Oklahoma. Check around in your local areas if you're anywhere near in the area, because right now, like what I've been doing is doing the rescues, sports, trailer, and animal experience, not just dogs. I mean, it's Texas. Tons of horses, heads of cattle. We have private farmers that are in dry land up north, and we've been transporting cattle and people making donations of hay and relocating all kinds of animals just to dry area and things like that. So it's actually, it's family pets and stuff, but it's also people's livelihood and their stock.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of people rent horses and stuff too. You don't think about.
Absolutely. So like I said, farmers stepping up. I have 800 acres. I have 1,000 acres. People stepping up, like me, with trucks and trailers and transports, and the local pet stores that already help with the rescues and the vets. It's like the same logistics as helping people. You have to get them out of danger. You have to get them, and you have to get them someplace that they can, be reclaimed.
And that's a good time to mention too, getting those chips. I got a chip in this Doberman, and that thing's super cool. Having that little microchip in them, so that any shelter can zap them and figure out whose it is.
GPS collars are now literally as big as this watch.
So you put the little charm or whatever on the collar, and then you know where the dog is.
It used to be not something that survived because it was just literally too big. Now it's literally just the size of a watch that goes on their collar.
Probably a good idea for like 4th of July or something too.
Yeah. Well, we have the 4th of July celebration is actually the beach right here that you're sitting in front of. So there in Texas, everything is celebrated with fireworks. So from here, you can see the fireworks in about 5,000 different counties. So they're used to it.
Well, Edge was saying that here in Texas, you can't shoot bottle rockets, but everything else is good to go. And the rule is just as long as it's not dry. So that's pretty cool.
And a lot of them are actually big commercial shows with permits. The 2 bars and the restaurants that we have here at the end of the driveway, they chip in and they do a huge display off the island right there. And we have a boat parade and everything. So like I said, I mean, just by virtue of where we live, and especially with me, they're used to the gunshots. They don't care. In fact, they see me go in the backyard. It's playtime for them.
Well, are we getting anything from the comments as far as the dog subject?
Let's check out over here on the gun channels. Ghost was saying Helen Keller had a pit bull as a family pet. Fun fact.
I didn't know that. Helen Keller had a pit bull. I thought that she was in the 1800s, no? A long time ago.
Huh?
I thought. How old is the breed then?
Well, it's not a breed, really. The first kind of American pit bull terrier that was recognized as a breed was Petey from the. Other than that, what we call a pit bull is just a collection of physical characteristics.
Oh, okay.
The only one who is actually purebred is the diver, Lucio Reno. He's a blue staffy, and he actually was rescued from a breeder that was not a good breeder.
That's this guy.
Yep.
Give me that toy. Give me that toy. Give me that pickle. He ain't giving up that pickle.
No,
But
they're gone.
everybody else makes a mix of terriers, and it comes out with a very specific physical look: the block head, the big shoulders, the athletic body, and then it alters based on how much bulldog people mix into them.
Okay. Well, they're certainly lovable, and they're nice. They're just little bulldozers.
Yeah, especially Mara. But they're pretty. They're like bipolar. They're high energy and they like to play, and then they like to eat and sleep. There's kind of like no in between thing. It's like, if you're not playing with me, I'm going to sleep until you play with me again.
Yeah. It's like this thing.
I think Jimmy needs to bring your pup out here.
Yeah,
It's only
look at that.
14. It's no big deal.
Yeah, quick trip. But that's
All right,
a lazy
well-
dog right there laying down. I don't know if you guys can see.
Oh yeah, that's when she's a baby. Or is that her right now?
She's in her low energy state.
Oh, that's... All right. Well, we stole the gun topic and went with dogs, but like you say, dogs and guns go together, I think.
Well, for Dano, we could do a Gun Show Daily dog quiz.
Name all 6 of No's dogs. We really mentioned it at some point, even in this show. Somebody was really paying attention.
Well, anybody that's been in some of the crazy late night chats definitely knows, because they put all of them.
All right. So what should we move on to?
Well, then I guess with that we can oh, he even reloaded. Uh-oh. That was a long sound effect. We got a little tactical quiz coming up here from sent in from Ghost Tactical. So crack your fingers, get your keyboards ready, and let's get ready to go on this tactical quiz. What was the first machine gun adopted into the U.S. military? What was the first machine gun adopted into the U.S. military? And I'd like the model number and the year also, please. A little bit specific. Give everybody some time to catch up there.
So not the first machine gun, but the first adapted into our military, or adopted by our military.
Yeah.
My wireless keeps saying it keeps connecting. Am I staying connected?
Oh yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Sean, no, not the potato digger.
Is that the Hodgkins? What's that?
That's that Colt or I forgot what it was. What else it was? Colt / Springfield, something like that. But it was the M1895. Was it the crap? Now I gotta look it up.
This is where it's good to have 4 or 5 hosts so we keep the banter going while people are guessing.
Yeah. Colt Browning, M1895. But that's not it, though. And Clayton over on, hold on a second. Don't let me jump the gun. Yeah, Clayton over on the gun channel side got it. The model 1862 Gatling gun. So Clayton, I guess that makes you the tactical hot shot of the day. Let's see here. All right, so usually after our first segment, we take a break and mention a member of the day. I don't know. You want to do that Patreon thing again today, or do you just want to do somebody randomly?
But we can. Oh, I actually had an idea for today. Well, why don't we do No, since I'm sitting here at his place? So No's been a member for, I don't know, a long time. Do you remember?
And we lost you immediately.
What?
So we lost you almost immediately.
Wind, maybe? Is that better? Hello?
I don't know. It's saying on my
No,
screen that you're
still on.
muted, and you keep coming in weird.
You know what? I'm going to reset.
All right, cool. Well, yeah. Well, with that, No was our member of the day. I've had a couple conversations with No in the chats before, and real good guy, great conversation. And you'll find a lot of that over here on gunchannels.com. So feel free to come by and join, become a member if you haven't already. And maybe one day you too will get mentioned. And I'm sure G-Web sounded like he had more to say. So we'll wait here for a second until he jumps back in. Let's see. So next on our agenda list would have been good idea, bad idea. And we are also going to do the tactical showdown, or the hashtag showdown. My bad. So let me get over here, start screen sharing. The wiki foo is strong today. Very good. Good job. Ponry says red flag. uh, Pat said, G-Webs, I saw plenty of gas this morning in Dallas area. Just 87 only at most places. Oh, okay. G-Webs the club, man. He's at club no. Let's see. Since when did a Gatling gun machine gun or runner? Yes, the person no, but not a machine. Yeah. I guess I hear where you're coming from, Clover Tack. I just read the questions. And Wikipedia. All right, let's see here. Ram was saying too, just thinking that not considered as a machine gun by ATF. Yeah, pretty much, Clover. Hey man, I just read what's on the screen. Speaking of what's on the screen, let me go grab this screen share here real quick. Get this showdown going, just in case G-Webs has trouble getting back in. Maybe end up wrapping this one up a little bit early here. go over what I can by myself. So you all know how to do this. Go in there. Go and he's back, I think.
You coming in again?
Now you are, yes.
Are we back?
Yeah, I hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, we're good.
Cool. Cool, yeah. So I said a couple of nice things here and there about No. So I was sure that you still had something to add in.
Right on.
Getting the hashtag showdown thing ready.
Got a pretty bad wind here, so
Yeah, I can hear that, yeah. It's a windy day down in Texas. So yeah, I guess with that we'll move on here.
sounds good.
Cool. All right. So like I said, anybody who hasn't already tried to search this, you could just go up to your search and type in hashtag Daily Gun Show. Yeah. So you could go on to the hashtag Daily Gun Show, and if you hashtag it, it'll go on here, and we will judge your videos for free, or judge your pictures for free. I guess videos too. So I don't know exactly where you guys left off. So just holler if something looks familiar. Well, that looks good. That was about 4 days ago, so I don't know if you guys did these ones yet.
I remember the chocolate chip pancakes. I'm pretty sure that one. I don't remember that one. From Angry?
No. Yeah, that one was from Angry, yeah.
Oh, that one's got one of the blue G's. Those are rare.
Yeah, those are rare ones. How about did you guys look at this one from Artisan yet?
No, is that a surplus store?
Looks like it, yeah. Thanks to the Red Bank Army store for letting us visit and make a video. Yeah.
Oh, right on. Good to hear somebody's out there making videos. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah. Hottie. I think I remember going over.
His favorite thing's butt
Stop
scratch.
me if you look like, if you think we hit this already. We hit,
This
I think we did this one. That's new?
I don't remember this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, always pack your moist wipes. World is gross.
I remember that one from Moon. Is that a repost? No, that's from Ash.
Yeah, that was a repost, yeah. How about this one? This one's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's his dad's patches or his dad's jacket or something.
Oh, okay. So this one was from last week then. So we're going from here up. So we got the moist wipes, early watch. Chris with another creekside view, riverside view. Oh, Too Hottie reposted it. We got Chris, little mini revolver. Is that the 22? Yeah, it's 22 LR.
Yep.
We got early watch. See, what I was trying to do here was stack up the guns like Chris does, but they all fell over, but they landed perfectly, so I just took a picture.
Nice. Use a
Another
knife.
repost.
Just balance, right?
Yeah, exactly. See, there's the Artisan Tone. That one's really cool. There's that rare gun websites pat or gun channels pat.
What, do we only have like 6 this week?
I went past it a little bit because I didn't know, and I started on this one because it looked good. So I just went back.
It's chocolate chip pancakes. Nobody has them. I don't know what to do.
Is that just because of the hurricane, or do they never have them?
Right on. No, I think it's just because Texas hates chocolate chip pancakes. Pretty sure.
Antis.
That's what they served the last meal at the Alamo, so it's like respectful.
We have Kirby Lane. They sell their pancake batter online. It's like world famous.
Oh, this one's from Rupin RX.
So I went down to San Antonio and my just like, let's go eat. I'm like, all right. He's like, let's go to Golden Corral. I'm like, how about no? I'm not trying 12 hours to eat at some place I could eat at home.
And get the combo platter.
Get the same thing I get at home. Let's get something that's unique to San Antonio. Max here. It's weird. So definitely interesting. They put a bunch of weird stuff in their rice and their beans are different. I'm assuming all the meat's different.
Yeah, I heard them say they do weird stuff down in Texas to their food.
Oh, breaking. I was saying it's Tex-Mex down here. So we're used to Sonoran Mexican food, and
Right.
over here it's Tex-Mex. So it's a lot different. They put stuff in the rice, and the beans are weird, and their tortillas are kind of the same, but everything else is kind of different. You know, carne asada, it's big chunks here.
Oh yeah? Huh.
Yeah.
Might have to make a trip over to Texas one of these days.
Yeah, definitely worth traveling just for no other reason than to experience all the different regional versions of the foods, right? But anyhow, so we just didn't have a lot of pictures this week?
No, we still got a couple coming. We still got a couple new ones. This one, I haven't seen this one before.
Me either. What's on the hat? I can't tell. I can't zoom in on.
That is, it looks like a OD green Daily Gun Show patch. Maybe the color's not coming in good for me, but I don't know.
We have an OD and black one. Since we make those in Tucson, I don't make them in the middle of the summer because it's impossible to sit in that room when it's no air conditioning or nothing in there.
Yeah, right.
And the machine itself makes heat, so that's a good winter type of project. So we'll make up some more of those whenever there's time to do it. But yeah, those are fairly low quantities. I can't have made more than 12 of those, I don't think. So very cool. That's from, I can't read who it is.
It's Rupin RX.
Oh, right on.
What else we got going on? Steadily Deadly.
Look at that one. 294 likes, 298. Nice. That's a good picture, though. AKs and other rifles can be tough to get, especially AKs, because they got like that big L shape or almost like a T shape. So it's tough to get them in that square thing. I like how he did the, like, what do you call that? Blurring out the sides like that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the whatever it is, graphic or whatever you want to call it, the way he edited it is nice. And then you talk about you can't usually fit a whole AK in a picture, but he's got the whole AK and all of his magazines. Well, maybe not all of them, but a bunch of them. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, there's some more magazines from Steadily. Repost. Hottie reposted that one.
We appreciate people reposting. That's really the whole thing to do here, right? Is that when we use the hashtag Daily Gun Show and then people repost it, that gets it, that's 2 posts. And then somebody reposts that, that's 6 posts. So
yeah, absolutely. Really more eyes. Now this one, I was almost ready to call it quits when I was looking at this one because I thought it was a pretty 1911, but then I saw 9mm.
Uh-oh. That can't win.
Yeah, it's not a real 1911. Not anymore. Good picture though. Dog body, racist, bro. I think they just grow. Oh, that was from the thing Matt said about the banana in the tree.
Oh, bananas growing in a tree. Nice. Yeah. Banana trees are racist though.
Yeah. They're just born that way though. They can't help it. Jodeci or Joe Dice? Jodeci? I don't know.
Are those slings? Oh yeah, those are slings on the back. Okay.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Didn't like that one. There we go. Another repost from Too Hottie for that 9mm 11. Couple more AKs from Steadily. Nice. Yeah, I like the way that he does his editing. They're definitely pretty cool. New Throne Clay. Catch the Daily Gun Show today at 12 with new host Jimmy. I like that. I think I may have. There's that. Wait, is that chocolate under there? We may have a winner right here.
I think I would tend to vote for that one too.
Yeah.
I like how you went to play on words there.
Yeah, never enough Jimmys. Yeah, but yeah, that's looking like chocolate. So if we can get a confirmation from that, Clay, we may have a winner. Another one from Chris. That's a pretty cool picture. I like that.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too. It took me a minute to figure out what it is, but that's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, oh wow, another bunch of magazines from Steadily.
saw that
one.
On with
Yeah.
that. Is that a it with shading, or is that like something setting on top of target?
See, I don't know. I thought that was like a target, but now that you bring that up, like it could be something else. Yeah, it could just be like a scary clown poster.
Shaded. Yeah. Kind of a goofy target. That'd make you. You know what's neat about that? I mean, I guess it's a joke or something, but imagine if you're going through like a shoot house. I experienced this at Front Sight a long time ago, and I thought it was interesting. They used a really odd warped face perspective type of thing, and it makes the heads look really big and sometimes the eyes really big. Do it with your perception and your OODA loop or something. Like as you perceive stuff, it makes you. It's to give you an extra added like stress or something, or difficulty.
A lot of the trainers capitalize on that. Like Pat Rogers used to have camouflage silhouettes, so it's like literally what you would see a camouflage person.
Yeah.
And it forces you if you shoot bulls all the time, or you shoot an IPSC target, or you shoot something with center mass on it, your eye naturally, you train your brain, your eye's looking for that. So you mix up your targets so that when you're in the real world thing, like the big outrage a few years ago when they came out with the woman holding
women and the kids and stuff. Yeah. Because you put all those in a collection of these things, and it throws the guy running the drill. It throws you for a loop because you're expecting to see a silhouette or something.
Well, because what happens is it forces you to think.
Yeah.
Not everybody's a target. Not everybody's innocent bystander. And if you're in a defensive situation, you need to be able to make a decision, not just operate because you've done something a million times and it's ingrained in you.
Break reflex. So I could see this target working in that application because it's so weird and it makes you take a double take, I guess.
Absolutely.
Like that thing would be pretty effective, I think, and it's kind of creepy.
One of the best drills I've seen, I think it's the Refactor Tactical Target, the one that's got all geometric shapes on it in different colors.
Uh-huh.
One of the guys came up with a drill that says, I'm going to say a color and a word. I want you to shoot the color. So he'll say blue triangle.
Mm-hmm.
There is no blue triangle, but he wants you to shoot what's blue. Or he'll say triangle red, I want you to shoot the triangle. I don't care that it's a different color. And that's one of those simple drills that I've seen people unscrew their heads over.
And it's exactly, and that's like you say, it's to stop you from doing reflex and get you to just think quickly.
Yeah.
You take everything new and intake, and then calculate.
You can't have preconceptions of what's a target, what's not a target, just because you think that way. You've ingrained yourself to think that way.
So, thanks, Steadily, for throwing that one out there. Interesting. I saw every time I've seen one in the last couple of days, it's given me a double take. I don't think I've ever seen that actual target before. I've seen a lot of targets.
I'm sure there's probably tons of clown targets out there.
Yeah, especially they had that rogue gang of clowns roaming around here, a few months ago, something like that.
Oh, that's true, huh?
But yeah, definitely a cool one. It definitely would be my second runner-up so far. Another Scotty's reposting the hell out of stuff, man. That's awesome. Another repost.
I'm drinking this fancy millennial water.
Okay.
Oh, should I hold it like this?
Yeah, yeah, that's the proper way.
You were showing them your millennial water you're feeding me, giving me. That's what the whole pool is made of.
Yeah, that's me, millennial.
There's everywhere. Awesome here. Everywhere you put your hand down, there's a dog butt, or maybe a dog belly if they're laying down. Okay, sorry. It's out there, and I don't know if I don't know if we've ever asked him. I know I've mentioned it before. I don't know if he brings like 8 guns when he goes out somewhere, and just to take pictures, or if he just walks around that much and has different guns every day.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see what's underneath this little branch or rock or whatever he had. It looks treacherous. Like he puts his guns in a lot of risk, a lot of time.
Well, you could probably just go online and find the photo that he used to Photoshop that with, and then see what was down there.
Oh yeah, that's true. The green screen program that he downloaded. Oh, Daily Gun Show, noon Eastern, new time.
You know that because you're listening.
Yep. Another one. Oh, we got some Milsurp stamps right here. Pretty cool.
Yeah, so we got a SAR one up top, commercial made. Looks like 2007. And then we got a 1980 Romanian. You can tell because it's an empty triangle.
Right.
And oh, that looks weird. It almost looks like an Egyptian or something. Pretty cool.
That is 2009. Okay.
Oh, it's 2009.
Another one from Steadily.
Slant brake, most useful of all brakes ever made for a gun. Name another brake that you can jab into somebody's neck.
Well, they do make like spiked ones now, so.
Oh, that's true. Problem is with those spiked ones for like ARs and stuff, a lot of times they're like tuning forks. If you listen to them shoot, they'll be like bang, ding, bang, ding.
Yeah. There's some more AKs. Like that patch right there, like that patch.
Look at that SAR with its neutered front end.
And
14.5 left-hand twist. They make their taps. Or I guess dies. That's a neat one.
Okay, stuck his Taurus in a tree.
You know, yell at Taurus all you want, but they can make a pretty looking gun sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. What's that? That looks like it's a Bobcat copy, huh? A little girl.
Yeah, it's just a little Beretta. I don't know what caliber. It says PT22 is probably 22. That like polymer, what is that? Polymer, whatever, stain and everything. I mean, that looks like a freaking hardwood or something. It's pretty cool.
Huh. Ah, look at that. I think somebody's trying to sway votes here with their pictures.
I think like background of like the, what is that, black top or something. That looks pretty. I hope he didn't kill a rhinoceros and skin it just to make a picture of that.
Hey, that is dedication, though. I'll tell you what. 1 hour ago, so he's posting these as we speak. Another one 1 hour ago.
So that's something to keep in mind. Moon does this really well. Pink does this a lot. Other people and the Yankee does it a lot too. Like, you know, like this. Like that's, I don't know what that is. That's a chain link fence behind there, like maybe the edge of a deck or something. Like some of these areas that, or some of these pictures that people take are just setting them down in normal places, a parking lot or a side of the road or something. And it just like, well, Chris obviously goes crazy with his backgrounds, but like Moon, you know, he did a whole series there, like the yellow stripe on the road, and that makes an excellent background. So, you know, if you're interested in taking pictures, just have some fun and start thinking about it when you're walking around. Like, oh, that rock or whatever would make a great background.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did we see that one with the sighting scope and the rifle on the tripod?
Hang on a second. No back. Yeah, this one. That was another one. That was from Rupin RX.
That's kind of neat. I like that pic.
Yeah, I like that. And he's got that patch right there. I like that patch.
What's sitting next to the hat? I can't tell. It looks like left of it there.
Looks like it's a little magazine and some 22 ammo.
Oh, it's a 1022 magazine. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So my vote is gonna have to go with the donut.
I'm going with the donut.
All right.
Since
So
the phone, no didn't really see any of these, so he's gonna vote for the donut too.
yeah, there you go. It's unanimous.
The regular donut, but it's got chocolate icing. Then they dipped it in like multicolored sprinkles. I guess it looks like they dip like that's got a density of sprinkles that is not normal. So they did some effort on those sprinkles.
I just want to go adverse to what most everybody is.
So there you go.
Happy.
Congratulations, Clay. Unless anybody out there wants to contest it, but you know, it really doesn't matter at this point.
Nope. Bob could even jump in and do a rogue vote for something else, and we've already outvoted him.
Yeah. So good
Best
job,
picks
Clay.
this week.
The tactics pop of the day. How many sprinkles are on this donut?
Yeah, count the
Damn,
sprinkles.
The way to do it is to take 1/4 of the donut and count those, and then multiply by 4.
Hey, you know, you joke, but it does look pretty consistent. Like maybe that you could get away with it.
Well, that's a very dense sprinkle pattern there.
Yeah, that is a lot of sprinkles right there.
Nobody would win that because they're all staring at this screen going,
Now that's one of those things where you're talking about chocolate chip pancakes and Mexican food, but this is one of those things that can differ quite a bit with the local places. You know, they get their own spin on it or their way of doing it.
huge famous donut shop up in Georgetown Donuts. Their like donuts are like this big and they have the Texas shape.
Oh, big ass giant donut.
Yeah.
Right on. I like donut shops too, dude. It's not like buying a cake or something. You can buy one donut.
Yeah.
You know, experience the local thing.
I mean,
Give them some money.
We have the Krispy Kreme, the Dunkin' Donuts thing, but Texas to me, moving here is all about those little places. Like, you know, the amazing thing down here, the food trucks.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get food truck donuts, food truck cupcakes, ice cream, hamburgers, Mexican, whatever you want.
So I noticed as I was coming up from San Antonio, sort of Austin, that there was more and more trucks just getting gas. You know, some getting gas everywhere. I didn't know if that was because of the hurricane. Like maybe they're mobilizing to get food out there, or is that just a normal thing out here?
I don't know how. I mean, traffic where you were is like pretty decently heavy. We're seeing a lot of stuff here with trailers.
This is like a drive back and forth, so people want to meet in the
Yeah, this is basically the closest big city.
Okay. So there's a lot of staging going on.
Yeah, and we get a lot of refugees, a lot of people here. Like I said, I mean, we're people, animals, food and supplies down, and people and critters back.
That's true. Yeah, you do double duty. Bring stuff down to them and bring stuff back. Hello.
You broke up on that last sentence, whatever you just said. But other than that, yeah, I heard you fine.
I can't tell if it's a connection thing or the wind, so I walked inside. Is that any
Oh,
better?
yeah, the wind was getting a little bit bad, but it got then I got better.
I'm just walked inside. It just when it gets windy, I think the mic, cuts out the wind. It cuts me out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was looking at the comments, and it looks like Dano was saying, G-Web said when he'll be filming the deck of cards being made.
No, because I don't still have a date. I don't know. I wrote him again yesterday, but I'm suspecting with all the chaos that maybe they're slowing in production, or I guess my order probably isn't the biggest order they've got going. They do casinos and stuff like that, but I haven't heard back. So at this point, it's still unknown. But they'll tell Dano I did get my headset, so if he wants to give me a call, feel free.
Oh, Bluetooth is a go, Dano.
Well, I didn't get Bluetooth, but I got a old-fashioned wired.
He does. Yeah, he's got a headset though.
$5 seemed more appealing than any other number.
All right, so I guess we could move on. What else do we got here? We have the we could do gun of the day or movie of the day.
What are we doing for movie of the day?
Movie of the day, I put up. I'm not sure if everybody's seen it. It was a '90s movie, Snatch.
I remember it, but I only seen it one time. I think it's got Brad Pitt in it.
Yeah, Brad Pitt with kind of a bad Irish accent, I think. So let's get over here.
Yeah, it's one of those movies in England, right? When he's trying to act English.
What was it?
Snatch.
Oh yeah, that's like one of those weird Guy Ritchie movies.
I'm not into England, so I've never really been into those movies. I kind of like those racing around the cars in England, but
Watching Snatch to me was like watching Braveheart, which she watches like 300 times a year. I don't understand a word they're saying. It's like, yeah, I remember the story from history, and this ain't what happened, and I don't know what the hell he's saying. But the Mel Gibson Scottish accent was even worse than the Al Pacino Scarface accent in movie history.
yeah, it's like a bad role like that can make it so distracting that even if it was a great movie, it can be just so distracting.
Like, why aren't there no subtitles? And she's like, because they're speaking English.
That's the thing. Everybody has it. Even like they got Benicio del Toro in there, and he's got like a specific accent too. Like everybody's accent is just But they do have a lot of cool guns and a lot of nice little gunplay. So.
Is this the movie where they go into some like little gated room? No, that's a different movie. And then there's somebody has like a Bren. I got all those English movies mixed up.
You know what? Fuck this. It's American Pit Bull Terriers. So the movie of the day is now double feature John Wick and John Wick 2. There's a Pit Bull in John Wick 1, and we have to bow our heads to the poor little beagle who gave his life for the John Wick franchise. And John Wick 2 is there with the Pit Bull, and like everybody knows John Wick, and he speaks English. And you can understand everything everybody says. You follow the plot. You killed my dog, you're fucking dead.
Hey, this movie does have a pit bull in it too.
Double.
All I remember, it was at the end he gets the pit bull, and it was the bad guy's pit bull or something, right?
No, it was a rescue shelter that he broke into after he crashes the car.
Okay.
He's looking for medical supplies.
Okay. And then he walks off, and the dog's kind of.
He lets all the dogs go.
Okay. So then in the second one, I've only seen each movie once, I think.
Yeah,
so,
but the one he's got a blue, just like this little guy here. So now you know where John Wick really lives.
Oh, see, they don't got a picture of it, but this movie had a pit bull in it too.
Snatch had a pit bull in it?
Yeah.
Maybe somebody gets chased by it? I'm
American
trying to
movies,
remember.
yeah, because Merca. Because guns shall not be infringed.
Is there a IMDb for dogs? There should be.
Never looked.
There's got to be.
That's a good question.
I've seen it for food before. I've seen it for vehicles. There's got to be one for dogs. There's probably ones for food. Oh, wow. Those are some pretty big hawks. Big hawks or vultures?
Those are turkey buzzards.
Okay.
They tell me.
I was going to say, their hawks don't fly around together like that. Very cool.
They actually snatch little dogs. Seriously, those hawks take as many dogs as the coyotes get, if not more.
Driving someplace, and me and Edge were driving, and I think I have it on the dash cam if I pulled it right, and a giant hawk came flying off of a medium-sized branch, and then they know how to fly, so almost hit the ground and then up, but enough to get it going. It was really cool, right in front of us.
We had one. We were sitting actually all where you are, hanging out one day. We had one before that awning was built. We had one fly down right through here and out there. and we just like literally all froze. It was just like this.
It's like having a plane fly really low or
Yeah,
something.
I mean the things are enormous when you see them up close like that.
Getting off sidetrack, sorry. Nature.
It happens.
Okay, so are we going to give Snatch thumbs up? I'm going to give it a half of a thumb because I do remember it a little bit, and I don't think it was a bad movie. It just wasn't my style, but I think a lot of people liked it, so it must be a fairly decent movie.
I would give it a thumb because it did keep me entertained when I saw it.
Is it the kind of movie that when it's on, you'll watch it?
Yeah, for me anyway.
Okay. Because that's enough. I mean, we're trying to remind people of movies they haven't seen in a while, tell people a movie they haven't seen yet, so I think that plays a role. Of course, the Wicks are good too. I think everybody's probably seen Wick, at least Wick.
If there's somebody out there that hasn't seen Wick, there's something wrong with you.
Thumbs down, and John Wick 2, 2 thumbs up.
And I think all 6 puppies are voting for Wick.
All right.
What
We could move on to, let me see here, gun of the day. Which I just picked one that I actually had an old Guess That gun laying around. And I picked the Singapore Assault Rifle, 21st century, so the SAR-21. It is a bullpup assault rifle designed and manufactured in Singapore, first revealed as subsequently adopted by the Singapore Armed Forces, SAF, in 1999 and was designed and developed over a 4-year period. Let me get the screen share up so you guys can see this. And there it is. Or it should be anyway. Get a cooler picture. That's that one's all right. I wish I can get something that was bigger. So it's pretty much just a bullpup with what looks like a built-in carry handle for sights, except for this one. So I guess the more modern one, they put a rail on it instead of a carry handle.
Who makes this?
Singapore.
Oh, okay. Is this because of the bullpup shoot this weekend?
No, but that is good. A good segue, though. No, I did not. Are you going to actually be able? Are you going to be able to
I
make
wonder
it
if one
out
of
there
these
by then?
will be out there. Things. It's not like on my short. If you don't, but I'm going to leave it open. If I see people, then they fill up something. But it'll be been interesting getting out of where I'm at. So this is so there's a lot of gas shortages and traffic, and since there's gas shortages, emergency vehicles are taking calls differently, and the tow trucks are different. So issues are not being tended to as quickly, so that's causing backups. So a real interesting time to you really can't plan so easily. Normal is normal.
All right. Let's check over here at the comments, see what everybody's saying right now. Oh, Pink shared that dog. Hang on 1 second. Stand by for uno momento.
And I want to thank everybody again that is watching live. You know, these live shows can be kind of sketchy because we're using the tech we have available and the internet connections we have. But we do appreciate people that, you know, we're not the most fancy production level of podcasts, but it's 100% authentic and 100% real. So we do appreciate the people that appreciate that and continue to watch and support what we're doing.
And there's that dog from Snatch.
The movie. Right on. So I hardly remember the movie. It's about a fighter, like a boxer.
It's one of them weird movies that's got like 3 different plots in it, like 3 different stories. So it follows around Brad Pitt, and then it follows around the transporter guy, and then it follows around somebody else. To the
So then
2
how
guys
was
that have the dog.
Was it a major role in the movie? Obviously, I don't remember. The dog.
Oh, nah, kind of, but not really, no.
Okay.
There was like a few scenes that were dedicated to it, but other than that, nah.
Brett.
Yeah, I was looking for the picture. I think that it first. All right. Let's see what else we got here on the agenda.
I don't have anything in my calendar for gun history today. Was there anything on that website that was interesting?
You know what? That's a good point. Let me check it out real quick. All right, September 6th. In 1915, the first tank prototype was completed and given its first test drive on this day, developed by William Foster and Company for the British Army.
Kind of a gun, big gun.
Yeah, big old gun. I'm trying to see. It's a bunch of nothing really gun related that I could see. Let me see the gun calendar real quick.
Surprising that they need water towers with that much water. You think they just put a pipe and they would just fill a water tower in no time.
It depends on where they actually contract to get their water from.
Oh, actually,
Not everybody is served by this reservoir.
you have a boat?
Let's see. Guns. August 1st.
Okay.
I'm not seeing anything for guns on that website right now.
Okay. Yeah, there's always, it's not really a gun site as much as just history.
Cool. Let's see what else I got here. That's about all I have.
Right on.
Oh, we have the good idea, bad idea we didn't go over.
Uh-oh.
Want to do that?
Yeah, every week. Well, Bob and I used to, when we started the show, we used to, I don't know, get into conversations, heated conversations about things that we disagreed on. So we made a section of the show or a segment of the show called Good Idea, Bad Idea. I think it started with the monkey and the bear. But anyhow, that's been something we've continued to do each week.
Having Snatch is the movie of the day. Bad idea.
It was fun when we had 4 or 5 hosts because then we could really get into it. With Jimmy and I, we usually agree on most everything. So it might be tougher, but we got no here today. So what is the good idea, bad idea?
This one is another one that we're probably going to get everybody to agree with, but hollow points for Carrie.
So for CCW, yeah, I guess I'm going to say good idea.
I was going to say it's kind of the only idea.
Yeah,
I guess if there are probably people that carry ball for some reason, we could, try to find. So if anybody out there has that,
the only possible exception I could come up with that, if it's still true, is in a 380. But I know they've made like a massive amount of improvement in 380 self-defense rounds. They have specialized rounds now for mouse guns and things like that, and I've never really tested them. So the old school of thumb is, down here in Texas, who cares? But if you live someplace where people wear coats and jackets,
yeah,
ball in 380 was better. But like I said, that's just the off the top of my head exception without having tested any of the new stuff out.
No, that's a great point though, because 380 is such a small projectile that if you didn't do it in a hollow point, obviously it works and it feeds okay, but then that tiny little projectile gets filled up with whatever clothing the thing might be wearing, and then it loses its energy and it's not as effective. So you make it a ball, and you've got more mass, and since it's not inhibited from going through, it penetrates better.
And it doesn't have the velocity of a full-size 9mm, so consistent expansion becomes more difficult. The projectiles have to be softer, and all those things come into play. So yeah, in a climate where people are wearing substantial amount of clothing, yeah, I would say that.
Now, I'm assuming it would go apply for 25 also. Not that very many people carry 25, but I have seen 25 hollow point, and it almost seems silly to lose weight in the bullet.
Yeah, I've never seen a 25 that ran any sort of reliable.
Just in general, not with
Yeah.
hollow points specifically, but just in general.
Yeah.
And that's because of the magazines, almost always 6-round mags, and they're little. I don't know why they decide to not put heavy springs in them. Maybe they won't cycle if you put too heavy a spring in there or something. But yeah, they seem like they're not quite toys, but they're almost like toys. Like a 22 can handle it, but 25's,
The tip-up barrel Berettas were like the most consistent for making sure you got at least one shot coming out.
And then, as nice as they are for that, for like loading and unloading, if you have arthritis or issues where you can manipulate them easier, as soon as you have to rack the slide on those, they're like some of the toughest to get your fingers and pinch on those little guys.
Well, here's the other thing too: modern polymer guns. Everybody gets into the size. People that are choosing to carry mouse guns are, generally speaking, more sensitive to the weight issue than they are the size issue. So if you can have a Glock 42 or a Glock 43 or a polymer frame Ruger 380 or a pocket pistol, you can step up to a larger caliber and probably be lighter than some of the all steel or aluminum and steel 25s that are out there. And yeah, the gun may be a slight bit bigger, but it's not as heavy, and you get a better grip on them, and they're easier to shoot than like a little tiny 25.
An adequate caliber. It's
Yeah.
not you're not hoping you've got something that's decent. So yeah, I don't know if that gave people time to voice in on the not good idea side of that one, but that might be one that we're all unanimous on.
Yeah, we got mostly silence. Grandman on YouTube is saying that it's a good idea. And Pink said Nino, Tommy, Honey, Bert, Tyler, Tony. I think Honey is baby girl and Nino is little guy. Ask Noah if I won.
Oh, okay. So say him again. He's not listening.
It was Nino, Tommy, Honey, Bert, Tyler, Tony. I think Honey is baby girl and Nino is little guy.
Honey is right, but Honey's not baby girl. Tony's baby girl, but you know what? You didn't need to come up with the nicknames too. So who guessed that?
Pink.
You?
Pink.
Oh,
No,
Pink.
Pink, yeah.
Oh, Pink's the other me. Pink's my other brain. I mean, you can give it to him, but that's kind of like a ringer.
Well, very
There you
good.
go,
Got 'em all.
Pink.
To the question is in the photos section of Gun Channels. There's actually a picture of
Oh,
all
yeah.
6 of them with their names on them.
That one where you're in the pool and they're all jumping.
Yeah.
Now I just noticed, is that pool of giant dog bone?
No, it's just so weird. Actually, the shape of the waterfall is the shape of the shoreline.
Oh, okay.
So if you're sitting in the hot tub like this, you can't see anything except the pool. Looks like it's part of the lake.
Cool.
None of the houses and trees there are visible.
Okay, so it's designed to do that.
Yeah.
It also looks like a dog bone from space, I'm sure. Looks like a milk bone.
So look at it from upstairs if you want.
Well,
cool. So yeah,
what episode number are we on?
this is 393.
393. So we're just 7 episodes away from 400. So I guess that's some sort of accomplishment. What do we got tomorrow? It's Thursday, so it'll be the CCW day.
Tomorrow we will
Training.
be going over CCW, gun stuff, training. Yeah.
Right on. Or sorry, gun of the day, movie of the day, gun shop of the day.
Oh yeah.
Anytime
I'll do
anybody contributes any of that. We noticed a lot of emails coming in with movies and a couple with gun shops. We do appreciate that. Because of Dano decided to quit on us, we now have to figure out how to read our own emails. So we'll get used to that, and we'll start adding us to the show. But that's the whole point, is to get people interactive. Like Jimmy said at the beginning, we want to use this new interactive media, this new media, and not just try to emulate what used to happen on the computer, right? We want to take advantage of the ability for everyone on the planet to potentially jump in and be part of the discussion or the projects. So really encourage you to take part in that. Send us an email. It's dailygunshow@gmail.com.
Yeah, so I'm gonna actually try to figure that one out today if I can. It should just be all on the thing, so I'll get in there tonight. And yeah, and like you said, anybody that wants to send in any type of suggestions or anything, feel free. I'm gonna give it my best college effort to go and see if I can get in there tonight.
Well, in the way that we added those other emails, you could probably add that one to your account, so you don't have to jump all over to find it too.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You have a contest, okay? Since Dano bailed because he missed the whole thing of the responsibility to be ready for the gun show never ends. Okay? You should take video submissions to replace him. So send us your video and explain to us why you should be the newest panel member of the Daily Gun Show. And then we could use that for good idea, bad idea.
But seriously, we do the noon time slot at noon Eastern time. That gives us the ability to do the show in the morning. And then, so while we're driving, when Bob's driving, and now that I'm driving again, we're not stopping in the heat of the day to do the show. So we do appreciate people moving to the new time slot. Unfortunately, we lost Dano and Smeggy with that because of they have real jobs that have demands on their time. So if you've got a job that's like a night shift and you've got this time that we're doing, let us know. Or if you're retired or doing something else and you've got the time, then yeah, that's the whole point of the show. Again, is to keep things collaborating and inspiring the next generation of these content creators out there, as well as hopefully make something interesting that isn't just following the news of the day, that's gun related and interesting to some level.
Yeah, and we are midweek of the first week of this new time change. So everybody with early watch too, any feedback for the Daily Gun Show on how you're liking the schedule, just like you guys were saying, it's all welcome. So there you go. So I guess with that, unless there's anything else, we could wrap this thing up with the got another little quote. All right, I'll take that as there's nothing else. So
the dog is here. He's just for obvious reasons not playing with 6 pit bulls.
Yeah. Well, that's fun. Now, I'm surprised that they didn't go up and try to make him play, kind of thing.
He's kind of old, and they got their own pack, so he's there and they're cool. But yeah, they're not worried about him not being part of it.
Oh, cool. Cool. So I guess with that, just want to thank everybody for joining us live, and everybody that's going to watch us later. We really appreciate it. And we will be back tomorrow. So with that, here is the quote of the day. In every battle, there comes a time when both sides consider themselves beaten. Then he who continues the attack wins. That was from Ulysses S. Grant. So with that, thank everybody for coming by, and we will see you tomorrow.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching gunwebsites.com.